Have you ever asked yourself about the hidden link between the evolution of weaponry and the psychology of control? The story was never just about tools for killing. It was a long journey to escape confrontation. In the beginning, humans ruled one another through physical contact. The weapon was the sword, and control meant looking into your enemy's eyes and ending them with your own hand. Physical presence was the only way to impose power. Then, science evolved, and with it, the human desire to kill without being killed. They developed tools to strike from a distance, cannons, then planes that paralyze enemies and destroy cities from the sky. But they discovered that destruction alone is not enough. To truly control and seize wealth, you needed the infantry, the human element entering the ruined city to subjugate the people. They tried to bypass this costly physical intervention. They decided to tame cities through allies and proxies, creating partnerships to extract wealth remotely. But they realized this solution was temporary and incomplete. Proxies can betray, and people can revolt. They wanted all the wealth, and they wanted to enslave weak nations without real compensation. This required absolute force. But how can this happen without casualties on their side? So, they invented drones. We've seen this in movies and in reality. A soldier sitting in an air-conditioned base in America, controlling sight, sound, and weapons, executing reconnaissance and strikes in Iraq or elsewhere with the push of a button. Now, nations race to possess this technology. But those who control the world believe this is not enough. They want to physically enter and control the ground, but without their own humans. The next solution is the warrior robot. A machine that invades, kills without hesitation, and patrols the streets, while the master sits at home merely receiving the wealth. And here lies the real catastrophe. In a world run by robots and AI with superior precision and non-stop efficiency, and where currencies become purely digital, humans become obsolete. Many have already lost their jobs. In the near future, the controllers will view billions of humans merely as consumers of water and food, the planet's biggest polluters, with no productive use. Will the solution be to get rid of us? Before you answer, let me tell you about a real study on what would happen to Earth if we killed every single fly. The result was terrifying. The ecosystem would collapse, waste would pile up, and plants would die. They forgot that humans, even with their waste and consumption, are far more important than flies in the balance of this world. So, what happens when we fully enter the age of the warrior robot, where execution belongs to the machine and the decision belongs to the few? Will we survive? Or in that moment, is everyone a loser?
They say progress has no phase, no blood, no soul. 100. Once we stood eye to eye in the dust, steel in our hands, fear in our breath. Power meant feeling the pulse fade, looking at death and choosing it. Then distance became the dream. Kill from afar, don't feel the scream. Fire from sky, cities burn, but ashes don't obey, they never learn. We built a warrior without a heart, a trigger pulled from worlds apart. No tears, no doubt, no pain inside. Who pays the price when buttons decide? Is this control or the end of us all? Wanted, wanted. They tried allies, tried borrowed hands, gold for silence, deals in sand. But chains break and people rise. You can't own souls with empty lies. So they dreamed of perfect machines. No rebellion, no conscience clean. A soldier who never asks why, just scans, locks, and lets humans die.